The Tape Never Lies Network.
The tape never lies. Tape never lies.
Starts now.
Never lies.
The tape never lies.
Nope. Nope.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keeping it 100.
Keep it 100.
So chase greatness and start understanding that he's gonna make everybody better.
Tape never lies.
I don't want to see your tape breakdowns if you cannot show me things that are negative about a guy that's on your current team.
Hashtag chase greatness. Hashtag take that.
Keep it 100.
Because I'll make this one more time clear. Caden Whitlow, cut it.
Keeping it 100.
He is the best quarterback I have ever scouted on tape.
The Chicago Bears select.
Guess who's back? The two dudes that kept it real. Dynamic duo that you love, the smartest man at Dr. Phil. Breaking down the film, never a problem, kick it straight. Most shows focus on stats, we focus on the tape. We keep it in 100, never running east or west. We coming with that truth, cause that's what our fans expect. Cut off the fake and anchor, moving forward to be free. But don't you worry, Shane's got the dumbest tweets. It ain't no secret, Phil and Shane got some haters. But now they're mouthed up like they're true and now and laters. Debaters, draws get kicked like Coach Tabor. Cuts had to be made, we added a barber moderator. Up and down, boys got you double checking. Sad sacks trolling like a fool drunk texting. Flexing on the truth cause you know they'll never change. Real, recognize real, that's what you get with Phil and Shane.
Give me some fucking names in 2 fucking games.
Fuck a play or a captain, all of the unfair. The tape never lies, the truth you see. We laugh, we lie, so there's no babies like Maybelline. Straight to the truth with acumen and facts. We got a stat nerd, but he's not just giving nerd stats. Car crash, big impact like trip sack. Every Wednesday night you got the smartest man Phil back. Now we know you're smiling like a fat kid with fun dip. We're back better than ever and we keeping it 100.
Keep it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest
Keeping it
man.
100.
Keeping it 100.
Keeping it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest
Keeping it 100.
Keeping it 100.
Keep it 100.
Keeping it 100.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, what is up, everybody? I'm Ivan Vargas. Welcome back to Keepin' It 100 on the best four-letter network on the planet. The tape never lies.
Fuck you, Bullets.
Fuck you, Bullets. Before we get started, like, share, and subscribe to the Tape Never Lies Network. Become a patron at www.thetapeneverlies.com. It's been a up and down week, I guess, for Bears news. People are, rightfully, I would believe, on the Bears' ass about not playing the starters last week. Some of the rumors swirling about the offense not being in sync at this point. We'll see. We'll talk to the guys. We'll see what they think. I think it's all a bunch of BS, but who knows? It's just me. But anyway, let's go ahead and bring out Shane, the smartest man Marsaw, and
Nope. This is football, baby.
and just Shane, the smartest man
Yeah,
Marsaw.
just me. I know how to show up on time for work, Ivan. I tell you. These football coaches, what do you think? I guess, according to sources, he's handling a situation on the football field. So we'll see. We'll see what that is. But no, man, you couldn't have said it better. I agree with you, Ivan. It gets to the point of being nauseating because it seems like, all right, so you heard that Caleb had a decent day today, and now everything is slowly shifted. But that left tackle. Now we got to, they're going from one thing to the other, and I get it, man. Rabid fan base, you're gonna eat up all of it. We get it, but man, I'm ready. I am so glad that Ben Johnson did the right thing. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. If you agreed with it last week, I thought it was the wrong move. He pivoted, but I don't even think that that's the biggest news of the day. And I
know I'm short, right?
Look at that. He's drinking. Situation handled. Fuck them kids.
Sorry, Shane. I had to.
No, I get it, man. No problem at all. But I think we got to kick off Keepin' It 100 tonight with something that's going to make my guy over there, DDP, very, very happy, because we've been waiting forever. And my boy over there, Phil, has to take his victory bow. He's got to grab his roses and walk around the stage waving to all the fucking haters, because we have a football coach, and I'm not talking about Ben Johnson. I'm talking about offensive line coach Dan Roshauer. I don't know if you saw any of the audio from him.
Oh, I heard
but
it.
If that is not exactly to the T what Philip Patosian has been preaching for decades, I don't know what it is. So Phil, take it from there.
Shane, I mean, yeah, listening to what he had to say and the transparency and accountability, he doesn't give a shit if you're drafted first, third, undrafted. Just the reality of having that, it just is so refreshing, because players want to be held to a standard. And if you're preaching culture of any sort and there is no accountability or standard, then what you have is what you've seen for the last 12 to 15 years in Chicago. And that's soft excuses and what ifs and this, that, and the other, and a bunch of fucking blog boy pussies running around with their fantasy football answers and their inability to understand what tape of offensive line play is and looks like. Get threatened by the reality of someone like Olin Kreutz calling it out, agree or disagree. Me and Shane don't agree on everything rather. But the reality is that gets you better. But there has to be a standard. And for a coach to go out there and talk about his offensive linemen truthfully and what the expectation, where they're lacking, it was so refreshing, because if he came out, yeah, he's doing good. No, you use the media in a way to handle the mental reps that are necessary as well. And what I mean by that is a standard has to be set. And if you're going out there and talking out the side of your mouth, then the young kid in the room, as well as the old vet, is going to just recognize the political game that is being spoken. Braxton, yeah, he had a good game. He had a good week. Want to see some things, clean it up. No, he just told you. Well, you got the audio here. Shout out to CHGO for grabbing this. I told Greg, I go, whoever grab this is awesome.
So this is the one that's specifically talking about Darnell Wright. And Phil, I'm even more impressed with that, because this is a top 10 pick, and I'm not down on Darnell Wright, but what he is saying is exactly true. And I mean, there was some more.
This is what you need
from this, but yeah. So let's play it
to the media as well. Even Ben Johnson, when they were talking about Caleb, was very transparent and shut that shit blog boy.
And if you're
Tyson Bagent bitches up. Shut the fuck up.
If you're Darnell Wright and you hear this and realize that he did this in a media scrum, you're taking this even more serious.
That's what I've always said. Yeah. I know Cars doesn't agree, but this is what real football should be. There's a standard. I'm going to tell the truth. When is the truth hurt? When you suck.
Yeah.
Well,
here we go.
You got to do something about it.
Real quick, it's either going to make you do better or it's going to fucking prove who you are. You're either going to show up and put out, or you're going to show up and you're going to be out of the game. Like that's pretty much what it is at this point. You're an adult. You're a professional.
Here is Dan Roshauer Chicago Bears offensive line coach talking about Darnell Wright.
A little bit too inconsistent. There's moments where, as we look at him, when he loses focus or fatigue starts to set in, we see a decline in play. But when he's on point, I've seen Darnell do some things that you get excited about. He's just not been able to stack it play after play after play, which isn't uncommon for a young player. But right now, I feel like there's been moments where I've seen this growth. Is it as fast as I want it to be, or he wants it to be? No. My job is to inspire, to get him there to understand exactly what we're doing, and to challenge him when it's not right, which we do. A little bit too inconsistent.
I love that he's able to do that. As Kerry Franklin, my boy, is saying, I'm from the East Coast. The truth is the truth.
Yeah.
I tell parents, you want me to sugarcoat this shit for your kid, or do you want to know the truth? Like, the reality is everybody wants to know the truth, and that there's a standard or an expectation, because you know what? How do you get better? You're never going to get better with excuses. You're never going to get better. You got to have this, and it hasn't been here in ages. And you can debate all you want. Oh, they're doing it behind the scenes. The same scenes that won't allow cussing, the same scenes that had terrible coaching. Trust me. I've heard from Tim Jennings all the way to Kadeem Carey. Then we go to fucking the next administration where we're talking to the Akeem Hicks, and the next administration where we're talking to David Montgomery and company. And you hear the same cultural bullshit, excuses, softness, no accountability. And guess what you heard last year? The same excuses, the same thing at the end of the season, and you fired your head coach. Now there's a standard that's being set, and they're not just preaching it, they're practicing it.
Right. And I think it's important. This is a perfect segue here. You talking about, putting it in motion. This is Dan Roshauer talking about Theo Benedict, who we have seen pushed up in to everybody was talking about, oh, how do you have a 3-man race at offensive tackle? Well, Karan, I think we have to give Karan Amagaji a little bit of a chance here had he not gotten hurt, because Dan Roshauer was very positive on Karan Amagaji and said that he actually was very surprised about how good he was when he got here. But this is Dan Roshauer. I don't have the audio of it. It's the text version, but he said there's a lot to really like about Theo. He's had probably as much as improvement as any player that we have in the O-line group. With that, there's a lot of things for him to improve on, and he knows that, and we've got to work on it. He's working his ass off. He has put himself in a position to go compete for a job somewhere in this group. And that's
awesome.
To Phil's point, for years, this is finally a guy on the coaching staff, and I don't think he's alone, because I think Ben Johnson's got this in there with him too, is going out in public and applying public pressure to these guys to see how they react. I mean, somebody, I think it was Keith Riggle, had in there, he's, questioning how serious Darnell Wright takes it. And I'm not around Darnell Wright, but I can see, that was Courtney Cronin brought that up when the Bears drafted Darnell Wright. Phil, if you remember that, she talked to the coach, and you get these guys that are so athletically gifted. I don't want to say they take advantage of that situation, but they don't have to put in all the work. Well, that doesn't fly at the NFL level. It definitely doesn't fly at the offensive tackle position.
I know CHGO had the Braxton Jones video. If you could find it,
I'm looking.
That was the one I didn't even see the Darnell Wright one. I read the Darnell Wright one from somebody else, but there was a Braxton Jones, and it's fucking so spot on, because he talks about how he was improving in practice, and it goes back to bubble wrap.
Oh yeah,
He's
I got it.
Improving in practice.
Hold on.
And all of a sudden you get in the game and you're not doing it. And you're not And that's the problem with Braxton Jones. There's a mental issue. So guess what you got to do? And they heard us loud and clear from what I was told, that this is the third year for let's bubble wrap starters. Let's listen to Timmy, the blog boy circus clown, and say, oh, it doesn't matter. You guys don't. You don't. What do you coach? What do you coach? You coach Kit. You have no idea. No idea. It's hilarious.
So this is Dan Roshauer on Braxton Jones.
Yes,
on the day off, he and I had a little communication, and it's when I thought on Friday against Miami in the one-on-ones, and I'm not speaking out of the side of my mouth here, I saw him set with balance, his hips were down, and he used his length, and I saw a player that we can win with. When I watched him Sunday, as I told him, I said, you reverted back to whatever this is for you, but that's not acceptable. And so every day we have to go in. We'll have a standard. We'll maintain that standard or hold those guys to that standard, because what he does, or anybody that's playing the left tackle or any other position,
you have more volume on this one?
I don't.
Well, you should be able to hear it. It's called accountability. You heard all the things that I preach.
Just to recap what he said on the joint
standard.
practice, he saw everything that he wanted to see with an offensive tackle that you can win with. When the real bullets started flying in the game, Braxton Jones reverted back. And I think that this part of the conversation is key here with what Roshauer said. He said, on Saturday, you reverted back to whatever that is.
Exactly.
Right.
So that's critical. That's critical, and that's not acceptable.
The lights go on. You need to fucking perform and do the technique and the teaching. There's accountability here. There's not some ass clown trying to cover up and try to just say we're going to just keep chopping wood. We're going to try to do that.
Well, I'm shocked that it was even put out there, Phil. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we haven't heard that from anybody in the past decade. Like, maybe plus. Like it's been years since we heard that type of accountability from any coach, the head coach, the O-line coach, the line, like the fact that he can do that as the O-line coach and has the balls to do that. Like, we're going in the right direction.
I think, if you go back and you listen to Declan Doyle, he was talking about what he saw on tape, and he goes, yeah, we saw some good things, but we saw a lot of things that need to be addressed and a lot of things that can't continue. So to me, if you start taking all the pieces to this puzzle from Declan Doyle, from Ben Johnson, from Dan Roshauer, this to me is something that's on Front Street for the coaching staff. Is all right, the next step in this, if we're not getting this through to them, is now this is going to go public. This is going to go to the media. We're going to talk about it. And now these guys, their nuts are really going to be held to the fire. What do you think that is going through Darnell Wright's mind right now? And not only that, what do you think is going through Theo Benedict's mind right now? You see a crack in the fucking door, and you don't know who's going to kick that fucking door in. I don't give a shit that Darnell Wright's a top 10 pick. I really don't. I want the guy that's going to be in there and be the best for Caleb Williams and for this offense. And that includes every single position on this team. But finally, we're starting to see accountability that Phil has been preaching for forever. Finally. It's like, wow, it's almost like a weight has been lifted off of your shoulders. The air is sweeter. You're like, holy shit, this is what I've been waiting for.
Exactly.
And now you got to see how it's going to. You think Braxton Jones is going to come out firing in the joint practice against Buffalo? And if he does, do you think that he's going to let up versus Buffalo on Sunday night? Well, if he does, that's even worse for you, Braxton. Because don't forget one more thing, Braxton Jones. You're also trying to get paid. You're trying to get that second contract. And as of right now, it's very unlikely that it's going to happen here in
Trapillo can go to
Chicago.
right tackle.
Fuck you, Bullets.
And then they moved Darnell.
I mean, I'm just saying he could go there and put him on notice too. Not even move Darnell. Darnell goes to the best. If you're not to the standard or expect, if you're not in shape, I always barely ever quote Packers, but Vince Lombardi said something that I live by, and it's a code. He said, fatigue makes cowards of us all.
Yeah.
So if you're not in shape and you're playing this game of football, and with all the TV timeouts and all this shit that goes on, I mean, you've been to get anybody that's been to an NFL game live. There's a lot of breaks. If you can't give 100%, 100% of the time when you're out there as a professional, then it's a coaching and culture issue. That's what I've always preached here. We've taken a lot of heat for it, but there has to be some accountability. And what Shane said is very important. You know, I've had 2 uncles coach in the NFL, and everyone should know my story by now. There needs to be no vindication here. There's just a standard to coaching. And Shane said it best there. There's a talk one-on-one, and then you go out and perform after we talk. Then there's a talk in front of the team about your performance one-on-one. And if that's not resonating, then there's a talk to the media that this guy's got to get better. And the world now knows. And now you've been put on notice that there is a cultural standard no matter who you are. And we're going to use every fucking avenue to send that message through. And in Chicago, I'm sorry, there's been a fucking McCaskey problem with the hiring and the whole culture of the Bears. Now, they went after the fucking big fish that was Ben Johnson, and they might have fallen right into the fucking gold mine, and that's where it looks right now. But the reality is, let's just be honest. We got to learn from our past mistakes, and thus they've been huge when it came to a cultural accountability standard. It's like trying to set off a rocket without fucking fuel. It's just not going to happen. It's not getting off the ground. You can sit there all day. You need the passion that winning is the most important thing. Don't fucking care about Ryan Pohl's first round pick, second. Who's the fucking best player that's going to give 100% of the time? Find that guy. We have a t-shirt at TTNL. If Ivan gets off his ass and starts making them, it'll be performance over politics. That was one of the reasons, I don't know if Guy is in the fucking chat, that I really was like, you know what? Pete Carroll will bring that because that's a standard I know he lives by. I don't give a fuck where they're drafted, what college. If they're the best, and our GM drafted a first-round pick at running back, but this undrafted kid from San Diego State comes in here and outperforms. San Diego State plays. We don't care. We care about winning first. That has not been what the Bears have done. If you're going to call me Dr. Doom and Shane the smartest man of doom, whatever you're doing, you're a problem as a fan. You're soft as fuck. Well, you love fantasy football and you live to be in pain of
they're
losing.
the exact type of fans that the Chicago Bears love, Phil.
100%.
There's a kid on Twitter that I've followed for years, and it doesn't matter what the Chicago Bears do. If you bring something up negative about the Bears, like, oh, hey, the Bears should move on from Matt Nagy. Oh my God, he justifies every single decision the Chicago Bears make until when they finally fire Matt Nagy, or they finally fire Matt Eberflus or John Fox or whoever it is, then he agrees. So to this, it's just
He's
like
a big Mike Glennon fan, I'm sure too.
It's just like the people that are saying, "Oh, I'm going to believe in Ben Johnson until he gives me a reason not to believe in him. No, because listen, we've all been through this together as a band of brothers and sisters for a long time. And the Bears have repeated this history of ineptitude. And when you see the same blueprint being used, there's no problem to question. I'm not saying that Ben Johnson is using the same blueprint, but last week we had every right in the world to question Ben Johnson and the Chicago Bears coaching staff for not putting guys out there. I don't give a shit about the joint practice. I think they're playing this week because Ben realized that he erred.
I fucked up, he's saying.
And that's exactly what you
Bill
want.
and Shane were right fucking again.
He also said that, and we're all in agreement. But when he was talking in the press conference, when he was explaining himself, he was saying, "Well, we got 100 more reps, or sorry, we got a bunch of more reps than Caleb would have got in the game." But I'm like, does the speed and the experience differ? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, of course it does, Ivan, because those reps that he got pregame were versus air. And listen, he said that he couldn't get those reps had he played. He couldn't get reps the next day versus air? Really?
Right. No, I agree. It just doesn't make sense. Like even if you
pigeon
ran
shit
him
on his face.
Even if you ran him through something like beforehand, sorry, if we ran him beforehand, he could still have gotten the reps, the live reps in the game. Like you could have still done a mini, maybe
Could have been
25
plays, and then tomorrow we go on air again.
That's it.
That's why I called it out for what it was. It's not that I don't like Ben or don't believe in Ben. I don't know who Ben is, the head coach, yet. Those were mistakes.
George, I don't.
George
listen, man,
is
you gotta listen to what we're saying, man. We're agreeing that some of the training camp, but listen, just because he's a new shiny toy doesn't
George
mean that he's not going to fuck up.
They love.
Right.
George
That's
is
the thing.
He's
It's not a fucking it's not
TTNL was
determined
right,
by
George.
TTNL. We are right because guess
We were
what?
right, George.
He pivoted to exactly what we said 7 days ago. That's
even
the point.
Courtney was like, yeah, he probably fucking heard.
In no world did it make sense. In no world did it make sense. None. Everybody is saying
now he course correct.
People on CHGO After Dark in the comments, I was going back and forth with some people that, oh my God, you guys think 6 plays we're gonna. It's not that. Listen, look at the big picture. It's the entire environment. It's getting in there. It's preparing, knowing that you're going in there and you're playing. He's had an issue with the verbiage. He talked about how he's made great strides today with the verbiage, but the process. You heard Teron Armstead talk about it. When you see Caleb in practice, you see what made him the #1 overall pick. You can see it, but you also see the warts with the process where he's not seeing certain things pre-snap. And if you think that I'm talking out of bounds here and you're gonna say that Ben Johnson is right, Ben Johnson himself said that about Caleb Williams also, that he needs a lot of work pre-snap. So guess what? Get him out there.
That's the only way he learns
in the games. Is he doing things
against air?
Pre-snap with 70 snaps against air? No, it's nowhere near the same.
Don't they have another joint practice?
Oh, George, please.
Don't they have another joint practice
football?
this week?
Play soccer. That's what soccer thought is. They had a lot of physicality. What are they? The game is football.
All that is George is saying is I'm going to agree with Ben Johnson no matter what. No matter what. That's what
dumb way. That's the dumb way. Ben is wrong. Ben was wrong. Ben has course corrected. I applaud him for that.
And
you're going to crown his ass.
Yeah,
he hasn't done one fucking thing in the NFL yet.
George, we said the same. Phil said the same thing about Matt Nagy. Phil said the same thing
100%.
About Matt Eberflus. Oh, can't fire Nagy. He's the coach of the year. It's the same thing. Yeah, the track record here is pretty fucking impressive. And if you want to call it arrogant, call it arrogant. I
have every
particularly
right.
don't give a fuck.
One thing I know is this game, and I know coaches. I can tell you who's a fucking fraud and who can and cannot. If you want to fucking debate actors, you could do that.
Right. But this
we
is the
ain't
thing.
fucking
He's
doing
not.
that here.
George is just so dug into.
He has a handle on the process of what?
That's fine. Even if he's got a handle on
coaching,
that doesn't mean that he's free from making mistakes. George is the point. Come on, man. God, it's just it's not that fucking hard. This guy isn't fucking bulletproof.
He's not Bill Walsh, jackass. My God, you're fucking crowning this dude. He has not done anything. He's never been a head coach. I love what I'm hearing. Okay, did you adore what transpired on fucking Sunday? No, there's a lot to work on. He said it himself. He's going to be learning on the job. The reality of that.
And he did. He did in a week.
He course corrected because they weren't going to fucking play them again. They were going to just do joint practice and not play the start. They course corrected. I was told. So I could be arrogant.
I don't see how this went from. I'm sorry, Phil. I don't see how this went from us just criticizing Ben Johnson on not putting the starters in because they need the reps to we fucking hate Ben Johnson and Ben Johnson can't coach football. Like, it's a criticism, man. Like, what do you think we do on this show? Like Shane said, Nagy won coach of the fucking year. And he was still being criticized by this show. So it's not. No, anybody could get it. If you fuck up in our eyes, we're going to
show it. I will show it. And you know what? We're right because he course corrected to play his starters and recognizes the value that on air audio 2 years from now is going to be laughable. It's a clown show. Anybody that is suited up on the college or NFL level will tell you on air, that's where your reps are coming. No, anybody could do that. Tonight, for example, we went live for the first time versus each other. This is week 2. Now, we did a live inner squad script, so it was very physical. People are getting hurt left and right. They haven't got calloused up. Got a scrimmage this weekend. I can't just throw them into the scrimmage. Got to get calloused up. You got to practice what you preach. And that's what you do. In this case, it's the NFL, bro.
Right. And
anybody justifying it is
I go back
pathetic.
to draft day when all three of us here were upset that the Bears drafted Colston Loveland at number 10 overall. And in like George's world, you can't question it because that's who Ben wanted. No, you should question it. You should. And that is nothing against Colston Loveland. Nothing against him. Had him as tight end 1. But just because this guy is new and he's the top, it doesn't mean that he's not going to fuck up. Listen, you know who else would tell you that he's made mistakes? Ben Johnson would. Because that's who he is. He's not dumb enough to say, hey, guys, you know what? I'm getting paid $14 million a year, so you're just going to have to listen to me, and when I fuck up later, then you can hold me accountable then. That's not how he is. He understands already that he didn't do the right thing last week, and he's pivoted from it. Because in what world are you justifying what Ben Johnson did last week by saying, oh, they shouldn't play? And George, you had the comment in here saying that they practiced hard last week and they had a joint practice, so they didn't want to do it. Well, guess what? They have another joint practice this week and they're playing. So what's the separator? What's the difference?
He learned from his mistake.
He did.
And I was told by a very, very, very good source that TTNL was right again, according to Ben and the Bears. Daryl, I would say 2 series. And it might go to a third depending on how I ended that second series. Because I'm not a coach scared, worrying about injuries. When did that become available? It coincided with fantasy football and gambling. What is the goal? The goal is to be as prepared as humanly possible for the season opener and get your offense cohesive and find the right personnel that's going to start. When we have it all figured out, Ryan Poles drafted this guy, that guy, and that guy. They didn't earn the start, but he drafted them, so they're going to start. Then you can fucking bubble wrap, sit down, go out there, and play like dog shit until the answer. Oh, he's injured. Now the next guy comes. You have no cohesion, no culture, no accountability, and I believe so much in those guys. Ben knows. No, when you have an accountability, a standard, and it's set, no matter where you're drafted, paid, free agent, undrafted, whoever, and your expectation is playing the best. That also means guys that understand your philosophy and perform it. Okay, double Z, in cut route, dash pass, whatever their calls are, and that guy knows it and runs it, then and he's giving you everything he has, everything in determination is going there, then you have the answers for
George, what perspective? People could get injured any fucking time. Anytime, prepared or not. The perspective he had on what? Getting him more reps? He should
the injury rate in the NFL is 100%.
That doesn't matter when he could have gotten more reps in live action. He could have still ran them through whatever drill he wanted prior to the game.
In George's world, if Ben sat Caleb and the starters again this week, that's the right call because it's situational. So then next week in Kansas City, well, there's only one game left. So we're going to sit him again. Then we know we're going into week 1 versus Minnesota healthy because it's situational, right, George? Come on. But Joe Burrow, who's got a mega deal in Cincinnati and who's one of the very best quarterbacks in the entire league, can go play 2 series against the Philadelphia Eagles backups in Philadelphia. But Caleb Williams can't go out and take a handful of snaps and get more live situational football with something that he's been struggling with.
Reps, articulating the play call, understanding the time clock, getting out there, controlling it, all the things
How do you know they're ready? How do you know they're ready, George?
He doesn't know shit.
Exactly.
George is getting too much attention now. Fuck you, George. That's what I say. That's too hard for you. You're a fucking disciple of contrarianism. That's where you're playing this fucking game. Let me tell you a story real quick because Shane brought it up. Joe Burrow played his first preseason non-meaningless game. A guy that has everything hinges on Burrow over there. Everything, right? He's the franchise. He's a baller out there. He's built up to whatever level or standard these fantasy fucks have put him, right? Let me say this. He met with the team and said, you have sat me the last 3 years from playing. I'm feeling like I'm a fucking pussy like Dan Orlovsky. We got to change it so I play these games so we start the season prepared. Straight from Joe Burrow.
Right, but George.
Straight from him.
George, are the New York Jets installing a new offense?
He's a beta.
George, are the New York Jets installing a new offense? Did Justin Fields play? I know the answer to both of those questions. Yes, they're installing a new offense. Yes, Justin Fields played. What's the difference? You're making an excuse because Ben fucked up.
Ben knows. I have total confidence in Ben.
It's crazy. George, he looked great. Go watch the game. Justin Fields had
John Madden would know.
Stop a minute. Justin Fields had 3 check down passes and a run on third down for a touchdown. All 3 of his passes were check downs, 1 to the fullback, 2 to the tight end. But he played great. So now I know you're full of shit, George. You're sitting there having a beer, probably had too many at this point, and are just enjoying the back and forth because you don't understand football. It's sad, man, because I respect you, but you're so fucking off base, and you're clouded here, bro. It's sad. It really is. Oh, Justin played great. They're installing a new offense. Caleb can't play because they're installing a new offense. What are you you're talk about moving the fucking you took the fucking goalpost and moved them to fucking Tokyo where you're shooting your commercial.
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck, bro?
He is
it makes
the
no
George
sense.
Costanza of commentary today.
Justin Fields had 3 checkdowns. He looked good
during
good for
football.
and I'm not bagging on Justin. Don't tell me that he looked good because he threw 3 checkdown passes for like 38 yards and then ran one in on third down. Come on, stop. Tell me that you don't know football. But anyways, we have a TTNL patron in the background here. You guys saw this. We started last week.
I'm glad we gave him like an authentic TTNL.
Oh yeah,
you know, like
it's good
in the background type of vibe.
You got the fucking shrimp
full
cocktail.
Yeah,
you got the fillet.
He did. Yeah, he's been.
You got the rants.
Yeah,
you got Shane's frozen pizza from the old network. Sent to him.
Chris shared with me that his old man told George McCaskey to go fuck himself when he tried to get him to buy a PSL years ago.
Yes.
You know, it's all good.
Love.
It's all good.
His grandfather did that.
So how this works, we're going to bring Chris out here. He is going to, him and the TTNL patrons in the chat room over the past week have come up with a couple of topics that they're going to bring forward to us. And we're going to answer them the best we can. So let me go grab Chris. He's wiping the lobster sauce off his face. He's taking another drink. There he is.
Shit.
What's up, Chris?
You caught me with the lobsters.
Yeah.
What's up, Chris? How you doing?
Good. How you boys doing?
It's football,
Fired
man.
up. Right out the gate. Fired up.
Is George a patron? You can get him on next week.
George has been on with us before.
I think his credit card expired.
I don't know.
Is he still a patron?
I can look it up. But
Jesus,
you guys came to a consensus, Chris.
All right.
What do you got for us this week?
Well, good lead up with everything that's going on with the talk about how Ben Johnson's handling this. One of the topics the patrons came up with was Albert Breer talking about Ben Johnson trying to, quote, break Caleb by pushing him to his limit. And, well, first of all, let's assume that Ben isn't full of shit when he's saying that, like this past Sunday. But, Phil, this is more a question for you. What are your thoughts on this approach of overloading a player and then pulling back to what they're comfortable with?
That's another check mark in George's man bun for him, because I am
former patron George, by the way.
Exactly.
That
that's
confirmation.
I can tell. That's my philosophy too. I do with young kids. Some of the parents are like, "Oh my God, this playbook is 50 plays in already. It's only week 2," because of that same kind of philosophy of loading it up so you can dial it back. You want to see how much they can gather and absorb, and that's the smart thing to do, because the kid that, especially Caleb, he's football all the time, despite the narrative about him. And when you challenge someone that's football all the time with things that they're not comfortable with, when you're saying get comfortable being uncomfortable, that's the digestion of the playbook, the verbiage. It's learning a new language. So now you have to go there, and your footwork, you went right to under center. You all know how much I've preached this, especially with a younger quarterback, how important it is that you're under center. You got to get out of this fucking shotgun shit and always going there. You get under center. Shotgun's important too, but the digestion and throwing it on that guy, you're not going to break someone who's a competitor. If you do, then you have a problem with the person. It's not the process. It's the right process. It's the coaches that half-ass it or tiptoe it, especially when you have a talent like this. A lot of people could say a lot of different things about Caleb Williams because, as Shane has said, sometimes Caleb brings it on himself, and other times just the world that we live in is full of assholes like Danger W. Are just complete, utter schleps, and they're all over the world and all over fucking Twitter and social media everywhere. And they know it all, and they've said it all, and they've done it all. But that kind of process of separating, you become an easy target, especially when you're uber talented. You see it even more so. They're not getting the same amount of credit. You look at Caitlin Clark on that level and the shit that she gets. And I'm looking at, like, because I have no horse in that race, and I'm looking at it, I'm like blown away by the talent. Same thing I was in the race looking at Caleb Williams. So now you get a coach that's going to use that process to make him the best possible football player imaginable. They did the same thing to Drew Brees when he was in San Diego. They inundated with him. They ended up trading him because Schottenheimer didn't believe in
he shredded his shoulder.
Yeah, but he didn't really believe in Drew. He thought he was too small, and there's a whole backstory there. I'm sure Drew will write a book. And
Same thing with Baker in Cleveland, do you think?
Yeah, same thing. And these guys have, a shelf life, and some guys step up to the challenge. You've seen what Baker's been able to do. And some of these guys have learned 15, probably our backup here, Case Keenum. How many offenses has he had to learn?
Yeah.
This is the best way to do it to help jumpstart not only your team, but the player to go, oh, now I get that he was talking about. So I would have done the same thing. I said to Shane, that's a thumbs up from me for Ben doing that. I totally agree. That's how you do it. And you got to block out, and you have to kind of be the standard set at the podium, because you know that Caleb's an easy target as a head coach. You see the venomous bullshit, but you have to still do the process, but understand that, he missed those 2 net throws and the world went crazy. You have to be available to know that and put it to its proper place, because you're trying to put him in the proper place of getting ahead faster than most people can believe.
Yep.
I agree, man. I couldn't have said it any better. I totally agree, Phil. Like you said, you and I had talked offline, and that is 100% the correct approach. You feed them and feed them and feed them and feed them, and at some point they're going to break a little bit, and then you back it up, and then you have your baseline of where we started, where we went when he started to break. Then you back it up from there, and it makes sense. And the thing about it is, where it's the right thing is, this is what Caleb has come out and told you. And this is the mic drop for George, who's probably still in the chat thinking that he won the debate with us, is that Caleb wants to play. Caleb says that he craves more reps in live action in the preseason. Josh Allen even said it. He said, do I need to play? No. Would I prefer to play? Yes, because I think it helps me. And that's a guy that's been in the same system for a long time. So Caleb is no different. These guys crave it. They want to be coached hard. There's nothing worse than if you're involved in any type of sport or been in any even high school, college, or professional locker room, and the coach doesn't really give a shit, and the coach isn't bought in. It's the worst. It's the worst of the worst. It's like John Fox. Why was John Fox here? Because he got a 3rd contract big contract or from a third team, and he was cashing in. He was never fully bought in here. He never was. Players see that, and it's just the way of the world, and it's really not that hard. But in true classic Chicago Bears fashion, they fucking overthink shit and overthink it more and overthink it more and overthink it more. But yet they put more fucking time and effort into a fucking patch from 1983 that they have to fucking honor, rather than let's make winning the sole focus of this franchise, and then everything else behind that becomes easy. It's like you've heard, Chris, you've been around this long enough. You've heard everybody say, you find the quarterback, everything else beyond that kind of falls in line. It makes you finding your offensive lineman easier. It makes finding your defensive end easier. Once you get that, it's the same thing. But the Bears, listen, just because shit's different doesn't mean that you can't question them. And that's why the Bears have been the Bears for as long as they have been, because hey, this sounds shitty. Fans are accepting the monotony, the bullshit. Just saying, oh, it's new, so we're just gonna wait and see how this works out because it's new. They probably figured it out. They probably figured it out with Mark Trestman. They probably figured it out with Matt Nagy. Probably figured it out with Matt Eberflus. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We know where that ended.
You know the fucking mom or dad that keeps threatening the kid but never does.
Mm-hmm.
That's a style of parenting that doesn't work. We could all agree to that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some of these people fall into that category and still do it. And
Chris, what did I tell you in the green room before?
Exactly.
I just had this conversation with Chris specifically, and I know I'll probably get hate in the chat, in the comments tomorrow. I parent different than everybody. My son, and me, Phil, you've probably heard me say this. My son came to me last spring, and he's like, he plays soccer in the fall, plays basketball in the winter, and plays baseball in the spring. And he came to me last spring, and he's like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to play baseball this year. And my exact words to him were, you want to fucking bet? You're fucking playing. You're playing. To me, that shit's important. I don't need
accountability.
I don't need parenting advice from fucking anybody. I have a great kid. I'm a great father. I parent the way that I fucking parent. But that's what it is. Listen, this participation trophy bullshit and all of that's what Chicago Bears fans have become.
100%.
Participation trophy.
That's what the coaching was. The coaching culture under Nagy was just that.
Hey, we had if we beat Green Bay 2 times and we finish with 2 wins, that's a great season. Bravo. You're a fucking genius. Great. Good for you.
That's the losing culture of insanity that you've been around. Like, I don't even know how you tolerate it. I have been to I believe Chicago is the greatest city. Like, it's clean. People are nice. There's so much to do. The architecture is amazing. The lake looks like a fucking ocean. There's so much good about it. But when it comes to football, professional football, that is, you guys have not had anything that East Coast has had in regards to that since Ditka. And it's no coincidence that you fucking put the greatest team in the history of the NFL together under that kind of culture where there was an expectation. Not everybody's going to buy in. So you got to fucking draw the line. People might be fighting. You might not like the defensive coordinator. He might not like you. But the standard is set, and the room is a fiery display of two sides and anger, and they go out there and they perform as brothers when it matters the most. We have not had that here.
Well, that's the difference right there. Pre-Super Bowl Lovey and post-Super Bowl Lovey.
Yeah. He let his ego get in the way of keeping Ron Rivera, who came from that same kind of, I don't give a fuck if this kid is undrafted safety out of Boise or he's the first round pick that you drafted. That sucks. The sucks is going to stay on the sideline. We're going to own our mistakes and move on. I don't know why that's been so hard. It's only one smoking gun. It's the McCaskies. We can't be embarrassed. And that was the whole point of worrying about the stupidest things, is a showcase of how pathetic you are as a franchise, as ownership. You have the greatest uniforms. You got the amazing city. You could say whatever it is you want about Soldier Field. I go there and it's awesome. The only thing that sucks is getting the fuck out of there.
Oh my God.
Right? That's the only thing that really everything else, the seating, the seats, the views, people can hate all they want. I think it's amazing. Now, what they plan on doing as far as the stadium is concerned is a whole other thing and a whole other debate. But the one standard that has been set in all truth, even George could fucking sit on his beanbag chair right now and say, the McCaskies' softness has held this fucking franchise back from going out and getting the best fucking coach that might not fit your mom and your standard of whatever it is they have to be, but it brings a great coach here that has a standard and an expectation of winning. We all know Jim Harbaugh and the standard that he would have brought as a former Bear, knowing all the warts, would have fucking told George to go fuck himself, go sit over there, shut your mouth. Who's got it better than us? And that's going to be the mentality. You're either going to get on that fucking train, George, or you're going to just go coach or umpire Little League and shut the fuck up. And Hard Knocks can film me swearing, singing, doing karaoke, whatever, taking the team to Italy, whatever he's doing. That's the personality of the head coach coming out. And Ben, he's new to this. So he made the mistake. He course corrected. Yes. He's done some really good things so far. He's done absolutely nothing at the same time. So for George or anybody, oh, this podcast, you guys are negative. I'm speaking exactly what the name of this podcast is. I'm keeping it 100.
Yes.
If I was the head coach, everybody would say he's done nothing yet. He's done nothing yet. He's got to perform on Sundays. And that's where we are. And the way it started has not been good in regards to the decision. You can't say on one hand, every rep matters, and he's having trouble with verbiage, and this team needs to be cohesive, and then tout going up on air. It's complete buffoonery to even defend that. But he's changing the culture, Chris.
His philosophy does seem to be adaptability versus, or he's adapting to the situation. Whereas if this were still Eberflus or Nagy, you know exactly what will be happening next week or next year with the joint practice weeks. The starters will be out.
Yeah, 100%. And that's why it's funny, like I said, to go back and say that, oh, Ben made the right decision because they practiced hard last week and they had a joint practice. Well, they're doing the same exact shit this week. The same exact shit. And where was the one comment that Sam had? And Sam, we actually talked about this. He says, I'm sure you guys have a number in your head with reps in the preseason. Can't Caleb make that in preseason games 2 and 3? So when Phil originally talked about this, and I co-signed what he said, is you want to come out with like 4 quarters through the 3 preseason games. So in game 1, you give them a quarter, or depending on how the series goes, and then you get 2 in the second game, and then you get another 1 in the third game. And yeah, are you going to hit it perfectly? No, because there's going to be long drives, or maybe you check down to your fullback like Justin Fields did, and it goes for 31 yards. You know what I mean? And then you have a shorter drive that time. So, but that's, I think Phil's blueprint there is 100% spot on. And when you're learning a completely new system, just like what Phil said, Ben Johnson himself said it this week, or this past week, you can never have enough reps. You can never have enough. Just only in Chicago, clearly. He made a
We're
mistake.
not saying that it's gonna bring a Super Bowl. We're also not hoping for injury. But again, if you're gonna live in a realm of playing both sides, which we don't, like there would be some people see if someone got hurt. That's why you don't play you can't live football life like that.
No,
it's
Not
just
in the NFL.
it's just not that way. Tonight we were doing Oklahoma drills and getting these kids keeping it close, no craziness. And I had a vision, and I have Tate as our quarterback, and he's running the ball. And the kid at linebacker, and you got offensive and defensive line. He reads it. Linebacker comes, or safety, corner, whoever's playing the back end comes up. And I just had a feeling, take Tate out of this. Why is he running here? He doesn't need, but I didn't listen to it. I let him go. The kid comes in, he's tackling him. Tate runs through the tackle. The kid hangs onto his ankle and turns him. Tate's on the ground in pain. I'm like, oh my God, their quarterback's hurt. I fucking should have listened to my gut, right? That was my mistake. I didn't listen to myself. So next time I have that, Tate, to his credit, walked it off, got back in there, and whatever. But you don't want to lose your quarterback on a fucking Oklahoma drill. So we all make those mistakes. It's those that are able to admit it and learn from it. That's where you improve, is my point in telling you that stuff. And
exactly.
I just haven't seen that process with the Bears. What CHGO was able to capture, and I texted Shane and Greg right away. I go, this is fucking so amazing to hear that kind of accountability and standard being set in stone to the media. Chris, you heard me a couple weeks ago. Shane and I were like laughing. I remember we had the debate with fans, and I can't remember if it was Eberflus or Nagy that was yelling at Justin Fields. Somebody, oh my God, you were yelling at, and it became a fucking story. I go, what? Fucking coach yelling. I think it was Nagy yelling at him and having a stand. I'm like, okay, that's a good thing.
It's a dog bites man story.
Exactly. Like, what the fuck? I can't even believe, like, George Halas would be rolling over in his grave what his daughter has done to this fucking franchise. That oh my God, he's yelling at Justin. Oh, fucking George McCaskey would have taken Justin Fields and put him at running back. That's what he would have done. Like, no, you got to get the ball out. You're going to fucking play running back. That's probably what he would have done. And he would have he doesn't play the politics, but somehow the other blood side of this family has become so fucking soft.
Right.
I just don't
like George.
Like George.
There are two things you couldn't say on Soft Knocks.
Yeah.
Fuck, and that's unacceptable.
Exactly. So, Axeman, you're saying using that logic that you can never have enough reps, you would play them every snap in all 3 preseason games. Is that what you would want? No. And that's listen, again, you're moving the fucking goalposts. No, you play your starters together for 1 or 2 series, like we said. And of course, you want to get your backups reps, because why? Because every rep matters. It's not just for your starters, genius. Come on.
You have to make cuts and find answers, genius.
People want to have their fucking gotcha moment with this, and that's what YouTube and the comments and these chat rooms have become, is everybody wants to have their fucking gotcha moment. And it's like, holy shit. Nobody said that they need to take every snap in every single preseason game. Nobody said that. But when you're struggling with some certain things, yes, absolutely, you're correct. I'm not saying you, Axeman. I'm talking about people in general. You're correct. If you're having issues, yeah, by all means, hold them out. Don't give them more of what they need, because less is going to make you better. Yeah, you got it. You figured it out. You figured it out. Well, what do you got? What else is that? Are you done with that one, Chris? You got the
Yeah.
number
Oh,
two?
yeah.
Or
I gave him
So-
a long answer and some fiery drop.
So if you guys don't mind me calling it audible a little bit on what I shared initially,
absolutely.
I do have a. It's on the highlight reel, but it's tape. If you want me, mind if I share it?
What is it?
It's precisely a nice segue to talk about from like why you need preseason reps.
Yeah, but what is it? It's a
Yeah.
highlight reel of what?
Oh no, it's just a highlight of a play. It's a play that's a highlight.
Is it
from
from
this past Sunday?
NFL Network? Because they
is it from the TV? If it's from the TV feed, we can't. Is it all 22?
Yeah, it's TV feed.
Yeah, we can't.
Okay.
Can't share
So,
it. Yeah.
I
You
wish
just-
we could.
Yeah, I'll share it in private chat afterwards. But long
Yep.
story short, what it is, it's a first and 10 play where it's a tackle for loss. But you see different Bears defenders actually penetrating into the backfield. But the one highlight I want to share is Amon. Oh, I can't pronounce his last name.
Agbang Bamiga.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he takes on an H-back, just mean-ass flipper, knocking him back into the backfield and plugging up the hole, allowing for Hippolyte to come in, which he does make a great read on the keys there to actually get into the backfield and just take out the running back for a loss. But you see Beniga making the play. You see, let's see, it was Austin Booker getting in the backfield on that same play. Dominique Robinson made a huge impact as well in there. But it does take those kinds of hard hitting reps, so you aren't going to be able to recreate in practice.
Yeah. Those types of things where you're going live, you're not understanding what it is that's coming at you, and you're reading and reacting and using your technique. I know the play you're talking about because I remember turning to Tate and the kid. I had like 4 of my players at the house watching the game, and I said, the Hippolyte did a good job scraping and getting there, but the real guy who made the play was Amen, who took on the block and penetrated into the backfield, forcing the running back to be able to not go where he wanted to, and then you clean it up. And that's team defense. So they were flying around there. You could see the togetherness there and accountability and opportunity. Listen, would you ever go to a place where you were not wanted or that you don't have a chance? That's been a problem in Chicago. You're a headliner. We're signing you to start. That's great. But there's more undrafted free agent Hall of Famers than there are first overall picks, and I believe first round picks. So where these guys come from, getting the opportunity to compete is very important. And you don't have to look any further than Dan Campbell and what he does in Detroit. The best players are going to play, the best players that fit your philosophy. We might watch tape and look at a guy and say, wow, this guy's amazing. But he might be a jackhole, and you don't want that guy in your locker room. That process has to transpire with the head coach, and the scouts and the GM all have to be on board with what it is the head coach is looking for his culture. You have to be a part of that culture as a GM, as a scout, as a coach. So what Dan Rochar is sharing is coming from Ben Johnson. That's how we're going to talk. That's how we're going to be very transparent. We're going to be very culturally aware. And I know I took some heat, I guess, in the chat when I was on After Dark talking about the anatomy of a football team, because a lot of people can't understand that, I guess. But when you look at that, I'm talking about your culture and the expectation. We don't just, okay, he signed a big deal. Montez Sweat is our captain. He was a free agent coming in here, veteran. He's our captain. No, you decide that in the balance of putting this team together. It's very easy for us to say, okay, Joe Tooney's going to be the captain. If Joe Tooney isn't fitting the vocal leader that you're looking for, you need to find out who does. Or if he does, then he is the cap. But you can't just give these things away. And that's what has happened. It's another showcase of the softness of there. How about, what was it? Under Nagy, we kept rotating captains. Then under this administration, we're going to have 12 captains.
Under
with
Eberflus,
this guy's a captain because he's playing against his old team. This kind of shit can't happen. Like, you got to have a standard. And I think that he's understood that, has learned under that. So Ben is going to bring that. But again, I'm not George crowning this fucking guy. I'm just calling it as we go because
that doesn't mean that you're against Ben because you're being critical of a specific situation. That's actually healthy. You don't want consensus. You know, you've heard GMs say that in the draft room. You don't, hey, how do you feel? Do you know how many knockout, drag out conversations Phil and I have had about one specific guy where we've gotten, I mean, not up in each other's face, but like just like going back and forth aggressively because we just disagree with what we're seeing or believe in a certain player. And that is exactly what you want. Imagine saying, oh, Ben's the new guy. We're just gonna pacify what that is, even though I don't believe in the process or the player or the situation. He's the new guy. So let's just wait till he fucks up before we question it. That is horrible team building or horrible team building.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem I have with the McCaskey, how they ran the football side of the Bears, is throwing the baby out with the bathwater or keeping it all in at once and drowning.
Yeah. 100%.
It's
listen.
You got to critique where it needs to be critiqued.
I'm gonna be in Chicago opening night. I will be at the CHGO tailgate with my boy Kerry Franklin and Greg Braggs and all the TTNL fans and people. You can come talk to me there. I will never change. If there's not a standard and you're licking ass, you're basically not a part of the party that's going to champion or create a championship. You have to have some sort of understanding of what it takes to run a football team, to coach it, and to get the most out of players. Some guys need a pat on the back. Some guy, everybody's culture, everybody's stuff is different, but there also has to be a standard. The Bears have lacked that standard. You have seen Nagy, Eberflus, Fox, and you ask, and Tressman, what is the identity? What is the identity? We're looking for our identity. Week 4 of year 3. That is a McCaskey problem. You hired the wrong guy. The culture and the identity come now. That's why you throw a bunch of shit at them to see what is going to fall into the digestion of the quarterback. What does he do well? Well, action off 7-step. He's great at that. Okay, then we need more power action off of power plays. We need to install a lot more of that. We need to get whatever it is. That's where you're getting your answers. And guess what? I have a day job. I got to go work. I then coach. I go to the gym. I come home. I got to cook dinner. I do a show here. Do another show. Do this. All that going on. They have one job, football. So the excuse for them is not there. They're doing nothing other than football and their family. That's it. And the McCaskies have failed miserably. For you, the fan, and this is just about the truth. Hence, going forward, we're starting in a quagmire, so to speak. It hasn't gone the way we wanted. And that guy who made that point, I think it was KB Zart, talking about everything in preseason then gets blown up because the McCaskies have been so soft. The expectation is pathetic. Everybody's waiting for the next thing to fall and drop, right? So now what's the easiest thing to do? Create controversy, create fear mongering, and isolate on Caleb Williams. Then every talk show starts doing it. Then it goes to his girlfriend that he broke up with. Then it goes to his identity. Then it goes to his parents. Then it goes to the other story. Then it goes, he's struggling in practice. They as a group had a terrible practice. All of these things then go back to Caleb Williams. So the reality is it's very difficult to manage it all in being the head coach, and he's not done it yet.
This is the one you're talking about here, I believe,
Yeah,
right,
that's
Chris?
it.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. So we can't.
I'm on an over.
Yeah.
And Booker off the left edge, standing up too, which is I didn't know that was a thing of Dennis Allen's having.
Well, it's a
edge
5-man
standing.
front. The outside linebacker, who's the weak side backer, is the strong side backer. Amen. Because you got tight end there. He's the strong side backer. Now all he's in is an outside 9 technique with the same rules. Okay. So all they did was shift it down, play 5-man front. He takes on that backer. You got to force it back inside. And what's the 47 Hippolyte? He doesn't even get touched. See it? Because guess what? The backside defensive tackle in that 3 technique, look at him fight across the face and keep 72 engaged. So 72 can't get to the backer, and he comes free. That's good, sound 5-man front.
And that is somebody that I think has a spot. Chris Williams, Phil is number 91.
He's a workman, man.
I mean, that's one of the underrated trades that I think Ryan Poles has made on
72 wants to get on that backside backer.
Yep.
Because then especially with that outside 9, the cutback is there. So he wants to get there. Right? If you let that go, he's going to be able to cut back there, and that guy would be out of position. But because he's engaged, you just creep through, wrap up, put him down. It's a good play by Hippolyte. And Hippolyte flashed a couple other times as well.
And this is the goal line play.
Okay. Again, same thing, 5-man front. He's on the backside chasing. Amen is. Now, Sewell, Panay,
yeah.
Panay's brother here, does a good job setting the edge again. It's a good job there.
And Williams involved again on that too, by the way.
Well, he gets held and gets pulled in the face. But again, Williams is the key to making that play.
Yep.
If you look at Hippolyte, actually should be able to make this tackle. A lot of people were giving him credit as well as the broadcast. He's free because of Williams, right?
Yeah.
Williams get his face mask pulled there. Hippolyte dips inside and doesn't wrap. He throws his body sideways. He should be square, wrapped in the hole. See how he throws his body sideways? Shitty job by him there.
Angle tackles. It's
you got to come square your shoulders. You're coming perfectly right here. Look, why did you turn? That's terrible. It's lucky the guy doesn't squeezed in there and score.
Yeah. Were there any other guys that stood out to you besides Benedict on either offense or defense or even special teams?
Well, I mean, we just talked about Chris Williams. I mean, I thought and even the other one, Jonathan Ford. He's not the classic guy that you would think that would fit into what they want, Phil. But is he going to make the roster? It's going to be interesting to see guys that get let go. But man, I think both those guys are unheralded players on this line.
I like the receiver Walker.
Oh, Ja'Day Walker. Yep.
Really, prior to the touchdown thing, I just really was impressive in his stem separation. Something I haven't seen a lot of our receivers be able to do, that twitchiness. You thought you were going to get it in Tyler Scott. He has never been able to put whatever he's run on a 40 watch into play. And watching Walker separate at that stem, I mean, there's a lot to like there. I really liked Newman before he got the concussion. I thought he was doing a good job at the guard position. And Shane talking about this, Williams. I thought Williams was really impressive on first watch.
Yeah.
Going there. And, this guy, Shamar Turner being out. What's the latest with him? Have we had an update on Turner?
I haven't seen one. I know it was, he was week to week, but I think at this point they're probably have, Monday Night Football earmarked as his return date, just like it is for Jalen Johnson, and I'm sure it's going to be with Kyler Gordon.
Yeah,
the same way.
The other guy, Zay Frazier, not even no update.
Yeah, all they're saying on that is personal. So I don't know. Like you don't know if it's a death in the family or if it's something else. You saw, and listen, it could mean any myriad of things, unfortunately. And he's an older prospect, but you want to see all of these guys in here. And I mean, because you saw the Bears go out and sign all these DBs, and that's super valuable reps that Zay Frazier could be getting. And I'm going to address this and then I'll be done with it. So George did ask me a question here, and this will put a bow on this. Shane, do you think that you might feel better if the starters playing at least 2 preseason games? So George, this is, to my point, is again what you're not understanding. I'm not judging Ben Johnson moving forward on him not playing these guys last week, and I'm not losing sleep over it. I'm just saying I didn't agree that they didn't go out for a handful of plays last week. He's pivoted, and they're playing this week, so I agree with that. I'm not making judgments.
George,
saying,
did you get your pat on the fucking ass? Did you get your fucking pat on the ass, George? Is that what you fucking wanted? Just to pat you on the... Congratulations, George. You got it right. What you fucking do? All right? Is that the point you want? Like, jeez, we made our point. You made your point. Shut the fuck up and move on. Jesus.
I didn't even know
Christ got cut off.
I didn't even know that Ivan came back. Ivan had bounced off screen.
There he was gone. Came right back in.
Came back shooting. Yeah.
This kid, he could have been in my Oklahoma drills tonight. Fucking came right back in, firing off the ball, getting after George. George deserves that. Oh boy, George has been banned.
Well, I put him in. It's just come on. Nobody's talking politics here, George. Grow the fuck up. My God. Christ.
He went political.
Yes.
Oh man.
So fucking weak. That just shows that George has got to take a fucking break.
Jesus.
But anyway,
as Ivan gets a highlight on George, George goes the political route. Oh my God. This isn't George Washington, for God's sake.
I only put him in timeout, so.
Okay. He'll be back. Boy, George.
Yeah.
He's acting like Boy George.
You got anything else for us, Chris?
Yeah, it's a too civil. So let's talk QB controversy, but not the one you're thinking of. Who do you think wins QB2? Tyson Carmen or
yeah. I think it's Tyson Bagent all day, and I think it should be. I think. Listen, I know that Tyson's taken a lot of bullets from fans because of Mark Carmen and the love that he shows him and people that are anti Caleb Williams, but Tyson is who he is. I think he's got talent, and I think that there's upside there. I don't think he's played his way out of being. I know who Case Keenum is.
Mm-hmm.
If I release Case Keenum, am I worried that another team's gonna pick him up? In year 14 or 15, whatever it is. Not really. And I mean, Tyson to me is an asset to the team because he's a guy that has showed you previously that you can go out there and he can win you. Not he can win you, but he can be the quarterback on a team that wins.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, I mean, I don't know if you agree, Phil, but I don't think Tyson's played his way out of a backup role.
No, I think Tyson, again, people were crowning him over that. I don't think he had a great performance. I thought he made a great play on the touchdown pass, but he's missed some throws out there.
Yep.
But he is a developmental young quarterback that has an upside. He still has an upside. And the Carmen love and the whole game, it's almost like the WWE. I know a lot of you guys love that shit. I'm not bagging on it, but it's scripted. What this is. I'll play the bad guy and
But
we get it.
I would not keep three. I would not roster three quarterbacks.
I'm
there's a weird rule now where you can
tempted with Keenum because I thought you have the emergency quarterback rule, Shane.
Yeah, right. I mean, under that premise, absolutely. But I'm just saying, to me, it's I would be disappointed if the Bears said that Case Keenum is our primary backup.
Yeah, I don't think you go that way. I do like Keenum with Caleb. I think there's an understanding. I think that value is a lot more important. So if the rule is 3, Tyson's my 2, Keenum's that emergency 3. You put Reed on the practice squad if you like him the way you do. I don't know, and I haven't seen enough of Reed to tell you, but
he's practice squad guy. I mean, I think Austin Reed is your practice squad guy until your decision is made on Tyson Bagent on what you're doing with him financially once his contract runs out.
What year is he? What year is he in?
He's 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, this is Tyson Bagent's 3rd year.
So he's got a 4-year deal.
I could look it up. Yeah,
I think that's what he got as an undrafted.
I don't know if it was it's had a 3-year deal.
Oh, so this will be his last year.
Well, it depends. Yeah, it depends on.
Oh, because then he becomes a restricted
free agent. Yeah,
Yep.
So he will be a
3-year deal.
He becomes a restricted free agent. So the Bears will have to
then
tender him.
Tender.
Yeah. So,
what kind of draft compensation would you accept for Tyson Bagent?
Well, it would have to be more than what is logical, like because if a team comes to you and says
of the position,
I'm giving you a 4th round draft pick, I'm just laughing and hanging up the phone. I mean, I wouldn't even be in the business of being interested. I mean, if somebody came to me and says, "Hey, we're gonna offer you up a 2," then you've piqued my interest.
Yeah.
But I mean, you have a serviceable, very young quarterback on a rookie contract. That's important.
You're saving what, like $6-7 million in cap space just from that.
Yeah. So, but I mean, is there a team that's going to step up and offer you a 2 for Tyson Bagent? No. I mean, maybe the Damascus car bombs. That's Carm
The
is
Cleveland Browns.
the Carm is the general manager of
eight
but,
quarterbacks.
Yeah. But now they're down to 7 because Shador is hurt.
Oh, is he hurt?
Strained oblique, so he's not expected. He was supposed to start versus Philly this weekend, but now he's not expected to play.
Is Jordan Love out too?
Thumb surgery on his left thumb. He's going to be out until he'll
Opening
be
night?
back for week 1, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow. Jordan.
If you
Love.
listen really, really quiet, you can hear
violin.
Yeah, you can hear what's his face crying up in Peter Bukowski whining.
Is Peter gonna come back on the show?
Sure.
Someday?
Yeah, we'd have no problem. I'm not sure if he would agree to.
Packer week.
I remember when we had him on, he's like, "Oh yeah, you think I'm gonna come on your little show and get you guys views?" And I'm like, "What the?" I'm like, "You think you move the fucking meter like that?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
I'm the Elvis of Packer land.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Peter can't fucking deny that because I have all the fucking DMs.
Yeah.
That night. Because if you remember, he almost didn't show up till we started airing him out live.
Yeah, we put it on Facebook. I guess he ain't. No, not Facebook. Twitter at the time.
Yeah.
Guess he ain't showing up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Got anything else for us, Chris?
Oh no, thank you guys. Pleasure.
Chris, where are you from, Chris?
I am from Northwest Indiana, Crown Point.
There we go.
He went to school with Greg Bragg.
Yes, I did.
Region guy.
The
big
region.
guy.
Do you refer
There
to
we
it
go.
as the region?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so
right,
are you
Central
from
time zone for no reason?
So Chris, are you from Chicago? That's the important question.
Might as well be, right? Everything
Greg
except the
loves
L.
that.
At the top of your fucking class.
So what is Greg texting me? If you two fools and this fucking team moves to the region, you two are gonna owe some apologies. What
I
was
don't know.
he
Yeah, I
talking
did. I saw that today too.
What
I
was
didn't
he
know.
talking about? Are they
I didn't know if
talking about
some
moving
news.
the Bears to the Indiana?
No. You guys heard the breaking news last week, right?
No.
Oh,
What?
yeah,
No, the
well,
Bears' focus is on Arlington Heights.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Great.
What is
Thanks.
Greg talking about?
Thanks. Yeah, we had no idea.
Great.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Is
Arlington Heights? You don't
Bullets
say.
here. What's going on?
Bullets went out with fucking the kicker, Kim.
Yeah, Jonathan Kim.
Him and Jonathan Kim.
Cairo fucking booted the 57-yarder and booted Jonathan Kim right off.
Fuck you, Bullets.
The kicker took out three people at once.
Look at got another crown
Look
point
at
guy,
that.
Nathan
Okay.
Mogan.
All right.
I hope you guys come to.
How do you
the-
feel about Nathan's last
tailgate.
name without the R in there? That just throwing
I
me
like
all
it.
off.
He's like a shogun, but Mogun.
Nathan Mogan.
No,
Mogun.
Mogun. You gotta un it.
I don't think it's though. I think it's
Bro.
Mogan.
If he's a football player, Nathan Mogun.
Nathan, is it Mogun or Mogan? I think it's Mogan.
It's gonna be Mogan.
Cole.
I'm making it sound better.
Hulk,
Like,
Hulk Mogan. That's what we'll call.
imagine having this last name, Glaw.
Ooh.
Yeah, I remember.
Jeffrey the Paw Glaw.
Yeah.
Yep, the Paul
Yeah.
Glaw.
Let's leave the breaking news to Bullets. Holy shit. Yeah.
Guys, did you hear we signed?
Who's this
4
Adam
DB?
Shaheen we just drafted, fellas? Can you talk about him?
Oh my god.
Cairo Santos was the one player on special teams that stood out in a good way.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh yeah.
Bullets.
That's
I want to know, was Bullets rooting against that kick? He wanted it to
listen.
miss.
I know how
I agree
know-
with you. I said that.
I
go,
went. So let's hit rewind to the
rooting
Green Bay
against
game
the
last
kicker.
year. Did I have confidence that Cairo is going to kick it against Green Bay? My first and foremost thought in my brain at the time was this fucking dickhead Bullets. He's going to miss this, and this fucking dickhead is going to text. See, I fucking told you, Shade. I fucking told you. We need guys that can kick 110
Oh, he had it
yarders.
printed out.
Oh,
bro.
he did. I
typed
think he
it.
had it on send.
Yeah, he was.
He's lucky. He's lucky in the preseason game because I wasn't even paying too much attention because Burden went out of bounds, and originally I thought the clock ran out. And my son was in here, and we were talking about something. I'm like, "Oh shit!" They came back, and the field goal had already been. It was up in the air, and then I'm like, "Oh shit, 57." Fuck, let me grab my phone and text Bullets.
Oh, everybody who's a TTNL fan must have thought of Bullets in that moment.
Oh, 100%.
I know Kerry Franklin did, and Larison, and fucking Stewart. Where's the Sandman been? Is he still?
I'm chilling, Daryl.
I think it was his
factory. What is he doing? Third shifts?
No, I think he told me that he's got different shift now. I told him we got to get him back on the show. He was with us when we did the. Oh well, yeah, that was because Ivan, him and Ivan were at the scraping the bottom of the barrel for what was it, linebackers or was it safeties?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, it was. Yeah, one of those two.
Yeah. Oh my God. So will you be coming out to opening night tailgate?
I will be coming out to opening night. I got to convince my dad, who's the actual season ticket holder, to go over to
come on,
tailgate.
Dad. Come on, Dad.
Come on, put the pressure on him.
All right.
Hopefully you got your boy from Crown Point. Are you friends with Braggs? You know him?
No, I don't know him personally. No, I've said hi on his shows before.
Okay.
Hey, good job.
Are you sure you want to meet him?
You're not missing a thing by
well,
not talking to
Bullets
Greg
will tell you he's a fucking prima donna and ignored Bullets. So Bullets has the same kind of venom for Greg as he does for Cairo Santos.
I'm not smart.
What?
Oh my God, Greg, droning on and on. Shut the fuck up, dude.
It's a tag team effort there.
It's a lot of Greg drops. Angelo and Greg, what does that say?
Oh my God. Yeah. Where was that comment?
We got a bigger strip.
That was Greg Braggs in there.
That's Greg.
AJP.
Pre getting his head shaved.
That was pre our
what
last.
Was that?
Yeah.
So that was pre our.
A Furby. That's what it was.
The funniest story ever is he had his hair like that. Remember, that was on the old network that we were on.
Yep.
Our last show was raising money. We raised $4,000 for kids with cancer, and Jenny came on live and shaved Greg's head. And that's what he had been growing his hair out for months.
Serious cancer? Or
yeah, well, it was. Yeah, is there such a thing as serious cancer when it comes to kids? Not I don't know. Not in Greg's world.
Greg don't go to Iowa games either. I tell you that. Greg would turn his back and waving.
Yeah. So are you a Purdue fan too, Chris?
Yeah, Purdue, Cubs, Bears. So I'm used to getting my heart ripped out.
So how do you feel about Greg originally being an Indiana Hoosiers fan and then pivoting to Purdue?
It's fine with me because he one of the another Crown Point guy got him to join the Purdue.
Sasha,
there you go.
Yep.
Chris needs some help.
Yeah, you can call him an asshole, Chris.
Angelo, do you remember Greg Braggs?
No.
What is your take on Angelo when we have him on, Chris? How do you feel about it? Honest assessment. Fan or not a fan?
I'd say a fan occasionally.
There you go.
Does that mean we're gonna have Angelo on?
Fuck you, Bullets.
Are you about to pull my chain? Are you about to have Angelo on?
I wish he was supposed to come on last week, and then
that's what you're asking.
Busy, man. He's got
a new job.
He's got the ladies. Do you want to, Phil? Do you want to give a recap of? Do you want to give a recap of the job interview?
No, I'm not going to give that story on the show.
I didn't even tell you that one yet, did I?
No, not yet.
No, you have to tell him off the air. We don't need.
You're back, George. Just don't make it a longer one. We're not talking
Let's see
politics.
If Angelo answers. This is for Chris.
All right.
Why is T-Mobile like take
It's a
several
Chris and
seconds
me.
to
Let's
ring.
be real. It's
Why does it take so long to
Ivan.
Hey, Coach Phil. What are you doing?
Let's see if he answers. Coach, I'm at work.
Coach.
Hey, Coach Phil.
Hey, how you doing, Angelo?
Good, man. Good.
Where are you? Are you at work?
No,
I'm home. I'm home. I'm resting.
I'm resting.
I thought you were
taking it
coming on
easy,
the
Coach.
show.
Listen,
I know,
guys.
Coach,
My
I
mom
know
is
this
making
week?
banana bread tomorrow, so I gotta go.
Coach, I can't do it tonight, man. I'm tired. I went to my dad. Jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Ask him how
Everyone
Shane
was
wants to
asking
tell
you
him.
about the breakfast nook. You're like fucking
Oh.
3 meals at a breakfast spot.
Angelo goes out for breakfast.
lunch
And he gives
and
his review. And he goes, guys,
I was
came to the
hungry for
breakfast nook.
eggs, and I also was hungry for lunch, so I had to get them both.
Give me 36.
36 eggs.
I'll
Give
take
me
Not
36
any
eggs. Give me 36 boiled eggs.
Oh, we would have had a great show with you doing that.
All right, how's this? Let's make it for next week.
All right.
All right.
Ask him
right.
how many
Next
Shane
one.
wants. Tell him Shane
Real
wants to know how
quick,
many cigarettes.
Shane
he
has a
smoked today.
question for you.
Yeah.
How many
How
cigarettes
many
today?
cigarettes did you have today?
I had 8.
8.
Yeah.
And how come you're lying to me? Because I
And
know
how
it's at
come
least
are
14.
you lying to him? It's got to be 14.
All
At
right,
least.
maybe it's 14.
There it is. Are you watching a movie right now?
I'm watching a little bit of Netflix, and I'm gonna go sleep now.
Hey, check out that. Do you like time travel?
Yeah.
You got to check out that show, Lazarus. What is it? Project. Check it out.
All right, I already will.
All right. When
Angelo,
you working at Reva's?
we need you to do a promo real quick.
All right.
We need
Hold
you to say
on.
one thing before
We
you
need
leave.
you to say one thing before you leave.
Can we get you to say? Can we get you to say, "Fuck you, bullets"?
Can we get you to say "fuck you, bullets"?
Fuck you, bullets.
Yeah. All right.
Perfect, Angelo. Man, we love you, buddy.
No, who's bullets?
Even better. Even better.
No, it's not that bad.
Okay.
Uncle Bullets. He's a good guy.
All right.
All right.
All right. Love
Don't
you, buddy.
worry. Love you, buddy.
Next week we'll be on the show again. All right.
All right.
Perfect.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Good night. Live update with
Pure-
Angelo. It's
pure-
never scripted,
Pure,
Chris.
pure gold.
Never-
Appointment
Pure gold.
TV next week.
Oh my
Exactly.
god.
That was great.
Do you know how
Not
bad I
even
want to?
planned.
Do you know how bad I want to give the update on the job interview?
Oh my God. You can't.
I know.
Even Steph's like,
Oh,
don't
I
tell Shane. He'll blow it. Steph said that.
It's so perfect.
Keep
it's
it in
so
your
Angelo.
pocket.
Oh, it
Tell
is.
Ivan after the show.
Did I tell you already, Ivan?
No, he didn't. You only
Oh
told
my God.
Greg Braggs.
Ivan, you will wet from
Me
laughing
and Coach
so hard.
Fish were listening to the
I'm about to end this.
the
stream.
owner. Now I gave Angelo an opportunity to work because my buddy Chris owns this new place, Rivas. He bought this classic.
Look at Bullets
New England
chiming in
fish
laughing
spot.
at Angelo. This might
was
be the
this-
first time ever.
If you're from the New England area, obviously you know about seafood, a lot of that. This classic spot in West Haven was called Chicks, and it was like fried clam strips, hot dog, hamburgers, shrimp, whatever, lobster rolls, all that stuff. Well, it went under because of the flood. I think it was during the hurricane, whatever that was. And
Oh, I thought you were gonna end the fucking thing.
anyway, got him a job there. They've redone the place. It's a beautiful restaurant now. With it's like the biggest TV. We're gonna take Shane there if he showed up. He didn't come.
Not yet.
Oh, there's a possibility.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll update you tomorrow on that
So
one.
cornhole, live stage, football everywhere. There's hundreds of screens, a tiki bar, an ice cream shop on the other
Fucking
side.
TV's like $125,000, right?
Yeah,
Just for the fucking TV.
$125,000 TV. It's fucking
my
huge.
God.
Yeah.
It's like the TV at Soldier Field, like the jumbotron on their back wall. Of this
Behind the
gorgeous
bar. It's crazy. It's a beautiful
fucking
spot.
dope. And they did a great job. But anyway, Angelo works there, and me and my defensive coordinator, Coach Fish, go down there. We had a blast. It's a great spot, and we were talking about Shane coming up to bring him there.
Yeah.
And Angelo's working the crowd and the ladies, guys.
Oh yeah. I got to give him this. He is fucking fearless, and that's he is not scared one fucking bit.
The point of all of that was the owner. There's partners. My buddy Chris Marone, who I love him to death, and is awesome, had us there, and he loves Angelo, but his partner didn't know Angelo, so the partner comes over to tell me and Coach Fish his introduction to Angelo interviewing for the job at Rivas, and I'll just tell the story when I'm in at the tailgate because we can't tell it on the show. It is
well, technically we could tell it on the show, but we won't.
Yeah, I just don't.
Even though it's right there
on
the
the
tip
line.
of my tongue to go.
Gray area.
Dude, I'm about to hit this red button if you guys don't fucking
shit in your hat and get the hell off the field.
That's what Phil said to that kid that wrapped Tate up tonight.
Oh my God. You know when they hold on, like the whistle's blown, let the quarterback go. The kid didn't let the quarterback go.
Can't be doing that.
Can't do that.
No. I hear you.
I was nervous for a second.
So, well, because we aren't. he did scare me there for a second. I thought he did it. Bill, I sent you that text about BHL. I don't think there's going to be a live BHL Sunday night with the game probably getting over at midnight or after, with it being a preseason game. But we'll figure out maybe we'll do a live watch party with the patrons or something while the starters are in or something. Maybe we'll
could have a halftime show.
Yeah. Well, Chris, that was Chris's thing.
I could do I'll be down
live on halftime.
The first half, I'd be done.
We'll figure it out, but makes it tough when it's regular season game. We'd definitely be doing it, but
bubble wrap hour live.
Yeah,
I like that. I'm old and tired. Hour live right now.
Oh, I hear you. That's why we're getting out of here right now.
Yeah.
So, Chris, man, you did awesome. You got anything else for us beyond the? Bill and I try to stay out of the new chat that you guys are kind of running with your ideas, even though they fucked up 2 weeks in a row and showed me the questions. But
I take half that responsibility. So
let it
I told him, I'm like, we don't want to. So last week was Chad, and he sent me the questions and said, I'm ready to go. And I'm like, well, all right, but moving forward, we don't want the questions. So when we're live on the show, we come into it, we have no idea.
Well, shout out to Chad. He's been kind of the de facto leader in that tribe of patrons.
Chad with 2 Ds. Yes.
Yep.
He did great last week.
2D Chad.
Yeah.
I wonder, he's got a wife, right?
Sure. I have
double D's. Anybody?
Don't know her that well, but I guess we can sure. Keep packing.
I mean, hey, if they're out there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly, Angelo. What Angelo does. Ivan, I go, he's with me. You saw the video. And I go, okay, now I go, you need to walk around here, start interviewing people. What do they like about Rivas?
Are you about to tell the story, Phil? Are you about to tell the story? Okay.
Well, he did. He went and did it. And now he's bringing a lot of people out there. So,
oh man, he's got some
Great.
hotties that are saying that they're just showing up to see Angelo.
him. Exactly. There's a woman came up to me. I didn't remember her. She went to, I guess I was her fucking substitute teacher.
Let's throw curls.
She's a big fan of Angelo. Came over. What's up? I felt bad because I don't remember people a lot of times like that by name. And she was just happy to see Angelo. Loves all his food reviews. We got to start helping him, Shane, with his food review. He's got to take a bite. One bite, Angelo.
He's my favorite American. Angelo.
He's a real American.
We got to
get real American boy.
Right.
Where's that drop? Where's that?
Has Claudio Furnicola been to Rivas?
Where is the? I have not seen Claudio. I've talked to Claudio a few times.
So man, I fucked up, but for sure.
Okay.
So.
Okay. I saw Jack Horn, Planter's boy today. Jackal.
Yeah.
Jackal was stressed today. Very stressed.
Jackal's always stressed.
Jackal must weigh about 98 pounds.
Come on, Jackal.
This guy's.
That'll do it to you.
Why did I cut you off, Chris? You have any shout out or anything else?
Sorry, Chris. I got your face. Let me switch my.
Yeah,
face
we need to get him to do that. What we need to do is get Angelo a
TikTok channel.
Yeah, TikTok.
Only shout outs I got are to you guys with the tape breakdowns, and the only other Patreon I subscribe to is JT O'Sullivan's QB School. He tells it like it is, with not just the quarterbacks but the protection in front of them.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, did he lay into Chris Morgan last year?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was telling the truth, right, Chris? Not being what George thinks.
Yeah.
Gotta let it play out, Phil.
Chris Morgan's done this a long time.
He's a professional, and you coach kids. You idiot.
I love that one. Jeez. They don't even know what jobs I've been offered. It definitely gets me fired up. You're right. I'll admit that. But there's certain things I can say and then I can't say, like the Angelo story. But I honestly have said to Shane, so he can attest, Chase Daniel sucks. Asshole. You could see the bias in his analysis. You already have a preconceived. Dan Orlovsky, same shit. JT O'Sullivan, I have said many times, and we're not afraid we get pigeonholed as we're bagging on people. JT keeps it 100 and shows it as of the same lane that I'm in as well. And I respect that dude too. And that's it. I'm just not a fan of some of these other guys that already have they are just like some of these aggregators that get the temperature of the crowd and they go in the direction of
100%.
that. Instead of this is the truth, guys, and be firm in that and the importance of it. It's no different than these politicians lying and having all these other people fooled like that, including George. He brought up politics. I only brought it up in that conception, and that's where we'll end it.